Good evening, Roller Derby fans. My name is Owen Money, and welcome to North Star Roller Derby Season 20, Bout 3, Jam and the Holograms. We're going to get started here in just a few short minutes. If you can hear my voice, this is your cue to, feed the pets, grab a snack, plop your keister down in your favorite seat, and watch your YouTube channel. That's us. We're coming to you fresh from YouTube. We're getting all of our narwhals in a pod. And we're going to let her rip here in just a few short moments. Let us know in the chat if everything is looking good. A few minutes, folks. We'll give you a little bit of a heads up and let you know what's going on. We'll have an announcer's welcome here live in the historic and glamorous Quincy Hall in Northeast Minneapolis. The lights are going down. We'll bring you live to the track. Give it up for the Orbits. That is Wilhelm Scream on the microphone, accompanied by Loose Change. Professional announcers, they certainly are. We're getting started here. First bout here is going to be between the Delta Die and the Violent Friends. Ooh, we got some just off camera. Oh, you can kind of see them on the left-hand side there. They're little light sticks. Hyping up the crowd. There's Gnarly in Gnarly's crop top. And Keytar. Ooh, a Keytar. Everyone loves a Keytar. I do anyway. I'm sure you do too. Let me know in the comments. Sorry about the camera. When it gets dark, it kind of struggles a little bit. But once we got the lights back up, we will be good to go. We're going to switch to the Derby 101 video here in just a moment. I just need to get a hi sign from somebody, and I'm sure somebody's already given it to me, and I'm just not noticing. Yo, we doing that now? 101 now? Okay. Yo, Matt, kill it. I'm doing the Derby 101 video now.
North Star Roller Derby presents Derby 101.
Derby 101.
Each bout is made up of two halves. These halves are
I will narrate, so you don't need to read.
jams.
Each bout is made up of two halves,
There
made
are
of 30 minutes each. There are a maximum of 10 skaters on the track at any given time, 5 from each team. Each team will have 4 blockers,
They
and form the pack.
And each team will
will
have one jammer.
They score the points. They have a star on their helmets. I will refer to that
Each team will also
as
have
a
one
hat.
pivot.
They
have
team
a
also
special
has one
ability
pivot.
to take
They've got
over
a
for
stripe
the
on their
jammer
helmet,
if they get
and
stuck.
they have a special ability to
A
free the
single
jammer if they
whistle
get
starts
stuck.
the jam and
A
releases
single
all
whistle
skaters.
starts the jam to release all skaters.
As the jam starts,
As the jam starts, the blockers need to play simultaneous offense and defense to help their jammer out of the pack,
and defense to stop
I got
the
ahead of
opposing
myself.
team's
To stop the
jammer.
opposing team's jammer.
The first jammer out of the pack
is
the
the lead jammer.
The jammers start
scoring points on their second lap. For every blocker they pass, they get 1 point. For every lap they go beyond the people who are skating.
If
the lead jammer touches their hips, they can end the jam early. This is known as calling off the jam.
You know a jam is over when
you know a jam is over when you hear 4 short
blasts
whistles,
all officials.
repeated by all officials.
And now you're an expert.
And now you're an expert.
Thanks for watching Derby 101.
Thanks for watching Derby
Brought
101.
to you by North Star Roller Derby.
That's for Derby 101. And we're back. So we're going to introduce one of the teams. I'm not sure which one first. I'm sure somebody knows. We will bring the lights back up first so you can actually see what the heck's going on down there. There we go. Great. Cool. Got our sponsor ticker up on the right-hand side, top right of your screen. We will talk about them in a little bit. We're here for Derby, and we're going to talk to you more about it. Again, 20th season, bout number 3, the penultimate bout of our season. We will be back here in 3 short weeks for our championship bout. But before then, we need to play this bout. I think we're going to be introducing the Deltas first. We'll find out. Yep. I've been told we have a special treat. There's a short dance very quickly before we get to the main event. So please enjoy the Delta's production of a dance of some kind. I'm told this is Doom's fault. What's up, Delta's Brunch? I'm going to talk over this a little bit so we don't get DMCA'd. But that's it. Pretty sure that's it. They're going to regather, and we're going to roll that beautiful Delta's rollout footage. For the Delta Die, they're the season 19 champs. They're coming back to protect their crown. Number 300 is Aerial Assault. Number HO11A is a Baller. I still don't know how to say that name. Number, excuse me. 796.2 is Black Eyed Susie. 16 is Blue Barracuda. Number 16 is Crust. That's definitely number 40 is Crust, excuse me. Number 7 is Guillotina. Number 622 is Kilroy, a.k.a. Killer. 612 is a Lunatic. 2x4 is Lumberjill. Number 00 is Nervous Rack. Number 33 is Sailor Doom. Thanks for the lovely dance earlier, Sailor Doom. Number 45 is Scarlet Raven. Number 4 is Shank Her Ella. Number 19 is Undervalued Participant. We got number 20, Slim Sadie. Number 1964 is Sunny Ono. Number 3 is Super Hut. 29 is Zaboomafoo. And the bench coaches are David Smashelhoff and Jack. I will call him Slammy J throughout the broadcast this evening, and that is your season 19 and reigning champions, Delta Die. Up next, we have the Violent Friends. And we're going to get them introduced here in just a moment. Team in red, as you can see at the top center of your screen. Off they go. We're going to cue up that beautiful Friends footage of the Mission Impossible intro, of course. Number 69, Assault and Nattery. Number 8 is Batty Longlegs. Number 505 is Bruisin' Susan. Number 15 is a Daryl B. Blood. 36 is a Disco Scream. Number 277V is Electro Cutie. Number 22, Evil Eye, a.k.a. Evie. Number 219 is Halibut. Number 1066 is Hips Ahoy. Number 504, Marlboro Dread. Number 206 is Night Terror. Number 999 is Oxford Trauma. Number 27 is Panic Attack. Number 11 is Pop Roxy. Number 842 is Rift Track. Number 94 is Road Rage. Ooh, big reception for Road Rage. Number 23 is Snarly Parker. Then we've got Miko Meat Sauce, Mo Rodder, and Torrential Pain for the bench coaches. Number 510, Patty Narr, is fostering this evening. Yeah, so Patty Narr is going to be doing double duty this evening. I believe that she is skating also with, yep, sure enough, she is going to be skating in her next bout as well. So, oh, the officials, let's go. North Star Roller Derby officials, Davis Stater, Jakob the Swedish ref, Sauerkraut, Joss, Galjazeera, Slay Station 2. Rigo Derby, Spitfire, the Mad Satyr, Valhalla, Murder Strut, and Bookham Dando. Can't do it without you. Thank you to our officials, Dr. Dana, Pity Party, D-Rex, Arson, Asen Skates, and Phantom of the Whistle. Also, special shout out to Track Maintenance being performed by, I believe that is Hex Girlfriend, one of the satellites for the season. If you'd like to sign up for... Thank you, officials. The rolling whistle means it's not our first whistle. D-Rex will announce 5 seconds. There it goes. And we're off. This will be baddie number 8 for the Violent Friends, jamming up against 1964 Sonny Ono for the Deltas. Deltas uncharacteristically in black this evening to help with the visual clutter, so to speak. Sonny Ono got lead jammer, but baddie Longlegs not too far behind, only about 30 feet. The Friends are trying to get Snarly Parker out, and they'll call it off. Sonny will call it off before the Friends are able to score any points, but that'll be 2 points for Delta Delta Die. Thanks again for joining us here on the new home of North Star Roller Derby. North Star Roller Derby is on YouTube, and so are you. Number 2 jam this evening, we're going to have an official review right out of the gate, brought to you by Slammy J and the team in black. And it's getting waved off by Kilroy. Don't forget that this is a collaborative sport. There are many officials. There are many rules. We do not have the benefit of instant replay, so a lot of these bits and bobs are trying to just figure out, what happened when and keep everything straight. So they're having a little convo on the top of your screen, directly underneath our timer. As for our sponsors, sponsor number 1, Museum Services. For 5 decades, Museum Services has been dedicated to protecting, preserving, and promoting the fine arts. Experts for all of your art handling needs, including installations, framing, shipping, crating, and storage. Thank you so much to Museum Services for sponsoring and being a longtime sponsor, I may add, of North Star Roller Derby. Kim Monahan is your local Northwestern Mutual financial advisor who believes that everyone deserves a financial plan, and that plan begins with you, your priorities, your family, and your desires. So please check out Kim Monahan. You'll see, well, not only will you see a baller doing the worm on the left side of your screen, but you will also be able to talk specifically to Kim at our bouts. She usually has a table up. Very long time sponsor there. Unsure of what this official review is all about, but we're going to find out at the after party. You can join us at the after party at Indeed Brewing, just a couple of blocks away from historic Quincy Hall here in northeast Minneapolis. Yet another full house here at Quincy Hall. So if you're planning on buying tickets for our bout in 3 weeks, that'll be on March, somebody do math for me, 27th. Please feel free to do that as soon as you possibly can. Thanks for joining us here on youtube.com/at North Star Roller Derby. Let us know how everything's going as far as technical stuff goes in the comments. Let us know who you're rooting for. We had a large group of rookies show up this year to North Star. Love to see that. Somebody's getting a happy birthday, saying to them. Somebody's holding up a sign. You can sit trackside if you want, as long as you're 18 or older. Oh boy, the secret's out. Somebody's face is about to become a lot more red than it was before. Multiple birthdays. What is it with March? Somebody's getting 1 point. Oh, the Delta's got 1 point. The Friends got 2 points. The Delta's got 1 point. I was way off. Well, if the Deltas win by 1 point, you know why they did it. Thank you, Official Reviews. Shout out Official Reviews. In order to chat in our chat room, you do need to subscribe. It's free. And everybody's doing it. So feel free to not be left out in the cold. Oh boy, here we go. This will be jam number 3, and it's going to feature Nervous Rack for the Deltas and Halibut for the Violent Friends. There is no pack going on right now. Maybe we'll get one eventually. Nope, there's going to be a somebody's going to the box for something. That'll be Baller for destruction of the pack. In the meantime, Nervous Rack gets lead jammer status. And a Halibut trying to get around Aerial Assault finally does, and is out for not lead jammer status. Daryl B. Blood laying a hit on Nervous Rack to the outside. We're going to see how many points the Deltas want to pick up. They're being yelled at to call it. Call it she does, and that'll be 4 whole points for the Deltas and 2 more for the Friends. If you're keeping track at home, that will be, well, if somebody has a lead and it goes to a tie, that's still a lead change, right? Get at me in the comments if that's not true. Just trying to drive engagement, feed the algorithm, blah, blah, blah. 5 seconds before jam number 4. This will be number 94, Road Rage for the Friends in red, and Lunatic in black. Ooh, Lunatic trying to get around. There's going to be back block is going to be called on 6-1-2 Lunatic. That means it'll be a power jam for Road Rage and the Friends. Road Rage able to stay inbounds on that first straightaway on the outside and pick up not lead jammer status. So that means that Lunatic must have gotten, whoa, big hit there by Baller. The wily veteran knows how to throw a hit going backwards without getting called for a back block or a direction of play penalty, which is totally legal and totally normal. And I doubt Road Rage will be making that mistake again. Rage shoving Disco Scream. Oh, and there goes Baller again with that shoulder into Road Rage. Sending her all the way down. That'll be Shankarella doing the same thing on the outside. Baller once again providing hero-level blocking for the Deltas. Road Rage trying to ride it out. Abel is going to get smacked onto the inside. It looks like we don't have a lead jammer for this entire jam, so we're going to go for the next 50 seconds. Kilroy trying to draw a track cut penalty. Doesn't get it. And here's Road Rage against her now brand new nemesis, Baller. Disco Scream able to sniff out Lunatic before she was able to get out for more points. Pop, Roxy, Snarly Parker, and Assault and Nattery trying to hold off Lunatic, but Kilroy able to do some offensive blocking of her own. We have our very first star pass. Oh, very nearly is Assault and Nattery able to get out around Kilroy. Kilroy's like, nah, I got this. Assault and Nattery is now your jammer for the Friends. Lunatic still jamming against the Friends, and that will be the natural conclusion of jam number 3. I lied earlier. I said that was jam number 4. It was 3. Whole lot of action coming out here. A lot of stuff to yak about. I'm not a very good auctioneer, so I do apologize. There's a Hips Ahoy trying to direct some traffic, trying to get her fellow blockers out of harm's way. When I say harm's way, I mean any of the Deltas trying to mess with their shape. This will be 206 Night Terror jamming for the Friends. Sonny Ono is back underneath the star for the Deltas. And a much-needed Friends lead jammer status. Miko Mitsas in the back there giving the hit it and quit it sign for Night Terror, who's being caught up on quite quickly. But Night Terror also demonstrating superior listening skills by calling it off when her coaches their coaches told them to. Thus endeth jam number 4. Here comes jam number 5. This will be Batty Longlegs for the Friends and Nervous Rack once again for the Deltas. Shout out track maintenance. Will be Slay Station 2 providing a little bit of tape maintenance action. Oop, Nervous Rack able to get around at least a few of the blockers. Not Disco Scream, though. Disco Scream is going to run them all the way back. Told that she can't run them back no more before rejoining Electrocutie and Pop Roxy, trying to keep Nervous Rack in check. Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, we got Batty Longlegs having some difficulties going up against Crust, Sailor Doom, Aerial Assault, and undervalued participant who does, at the very last second, get that out-of-bounds hit on Batty Longlegs. We've got a high block being called on Aerial Assault. Meantime, Batty Longlegs able to knife through the Deltas. Nervous Rack getting wound up and beat down on by Pop Roxy, trying to draw once again one of those track cut penalties, and call it she does. 4 more points for the Deltas. A lot of big hits and whirlwind action coming out for bout number 1. Game number 1 of bout number 3 of season 20 for North Star Roller Derby. Thanks again for joining us, friends. Great to have you here. 5 seconds is getting called for jam number 6. Lunatic for the Deltas, Halibut for the Friends. Daryl B. Blood providing some relief blocking, allowing Halibut to get out for lead jammer status. So the Deltas trying to mitigate the point scoring. Hal trying to shove Valhalla and Kilroy. Kilroy not having any of it, neither is Baller. Lunatic able to get out on that outside. Once again, there goes Daryl B. Blood. Daryl B. Blood's toe stops did touch out of bounds, so that's a no pass, no penalty, so that means that Lunatic is free to be not lead jammer. Halibut is getting yelled at to call it, and call it she does in the nick of time. That'll be 3. Yep, that'll be 3 points. 3 initial points, we'll find out. Yep, that's 3 points there for the Friends. Keeping them within striking distance. 8 for the Friends, 15 for the Deltas. One more Road Rage jam for the Friends. And Sonny Ono once again for the Deltas. Sonny Ono trying to get through Snarly Parker, Hips Ahoy, Pop Roxy, and Disco Scream. Road Rage trying to get through Shankarella, Lumberjill. I believe that's Guillotina and Slim Sadie. Sonny Ono able to get out just in the nick of time. Shout out nick of time, old friend skater. Anyways, Sonny Ono is back for points. In the meantime, Hips Ahoy is receiving that star pass and is now the jammer of note for the Friends. Sonny Ono didn't have quite as much luck getting out around the Friends that time and is going to go up against, once again, Disco and Pop Roxy, and out for 4 points. More points for the Deltas. Meanwhile, Hips Ahoy is stuck behind the Deltas, not able to come up with a solution. Sonny Ono making a break for the outside, able to sneak on by everybody. 4 more points for the Deltas. So almost an entire minute is left for jam number 7. Sonny Ono approaching the back of the pack once again, meeting the shoulder of Pop Roxy, and that'll be enough for her to call it off. Sonny Ono's going to catch her breath, and we're going to go to jam number 8. Sonny's like, yep, I got hit by Pop Roxy. I need to catch my breath for a moment. All right, going into jam number 8, we've got Night Terror for the Friends and Nervous Rack once again for the Deltas. D-Rex says 5 seconds. We'll believe him. Undervalued participant making way for Nervous Rack, but not before trying to get through Electric Cutie. Electric Cutie buying enough time for Dale B. Blood, Marlboro Dread, and Oxford Trauma to further contain Nervous Rack. In the meantime, Night Terror being contained by Sailor Doom, Scarlet Raven, and Crust Almighty. Couple of solid triangles happening here. Night Terror did take off the star, but the pivot could not be further away from her. Some offense trying to happen there between, oh no, that's a big hit laid out by undervalued participant. And in the meantime, Nervous Rack picking up that lead jammer status. Star Pass attempting to be, committed. We shall see. Electric Cutie is currently on the floor, and that is the... this will be now a power jam. Nervous Rack got called for a forearm. So hopefully Night Terror will be able to get that star over to Electric Cutie. Having some trouble with undervalued participant. Decides to put the hat back on. The hat is now once again affixed to Night Terror's helmet. They nearly saw some daylight on the inside, but undervalued participant shut the door. Jammer is now standing. That star pass is within arm's reach. Nervous Rack able to come in inbounds and is going to now try to get around Marble Dread, Oxford Trauma, Daryl B. Blood, and Electric Cutie. Body's hitting the floor here on the first apex. Nervous Rack able to take advantage of the mayhem. Daryl B. Blood trying to run her down, not going to happen. We've got a directional play penalty there being called on Daryl B. Blood. It's a pretty egregious one. And we're going to go to another jam, brand new jam, jam number 9. This will be Baddie Longlegs against Lunatic, Friends and Deltas respectively. Lunatic is going to have to only go up against 3 blockers because Daryl B. Blood is in the penalty box for the next 30 seconds. Baddie Longlegs not having a whole lot of luck against Baller, Aerial Assault, Killer, and Guillotina. Killer up there trying to provide some offense, but instead goes back to defense. And Lunatic's out anyway. Another lead jammer status for the Deltas. Kind of a rock star slide from Baddie trying to get out of the pack. Brief no pack, and the pack is here. Daryl B. Blood going to rejoin her teammates. Lunatic got a track cut on that and is kind of arguing their case that they were actually in bounds as they called that off. That could have also equally have been a skating out of bounds penalty. However, it'll be Baddie Longlegs getting hit to the ground once again by Baller. Baller all over the track this evening. Making people rethink their I want to be a jammer ideas. Friends have nothing to do but play offense. Disco Scream doing some offense there against Baller. And a successful star pass has occurred, and now Assault and Nattery is going to be your jammer of note for the Friends for the remainder of jam number 9, which is only going to be for the next 29 seconds. Lunatic looking for that on the inside track. Snarly Parker knocking her into the inbounds and getting drawn all the way back. Meanwhile, Assault and Nattery getting pinned on that outside line by the wily veteran skaters. Disco Scream once again knocking Lunatic to the inside. Assault and Nattery is going to avoid getting a back block there. It looks like that was a clean hit on the side, and that'll be 3 points. 3 more points for the Deltas. So that'll be, after all of that, a 3-point jam for the Deltas. That was the hardest 3 points I've seen fought for in a very, very, very long time. Onwards to our first double-digit jam of the evening. This will be jam number 10. New jammer for the Deltas, Shankarella. And jammer that we've seen already for the Friends will be Halibut. Halibut trying to knock some folks off of their... Oh, able to stay inbounds on one skate. What a move by Halibut, able to get out for a lead jammer status on the inside line. Holy moly, what a move. Meanwhile, we've got more whistle blasts and we've got penalties. That'll be Pop Roxy going to the box for a penalty that was committed in the eyes of the officials. Halibut able to dance around on the outside, picking up a grand slam, getting yelled at to call it. And they called it. Looked like it was in time, but nope, that is 1 point. 1 point for the Deltas after 4 points for the Friends. That'll be 2 points, I guess, for the Deltas. Alrighty, we've got Road Rage for the Friends and Rack, the nervous kind of Rack, for the Deltas. Road Rage winding up in that sprinter start, keeping those feet moving. In the meantime, Nervous Rack is out of the outside for a lead jammer status. Unfortunately for Road Rage, her pivot is just in a bit of as much of a pickle as she is. Disco Scream once again providing that great blocking stat. Oh, that's a big hit from Sailor Doom on Disco Scream. Disco Scream scooting to the inside, hopefully just to catch her breath. That was a significant wallop on the sternum. We're going to take an official timeout. Good time for sponsor reads. Cream and Amber, local independent community-oriented bookstore run by our own very own Carmageddon. You will see Carmageddon skating in the next game this evening. They're selling books and stickers at a table here in northeast Minneapolis. 20% of all proceeds go to North Star Roller Derby. Go find them in Main Street in Hopkins. Hopkins, known for raspberries and being an overall nice place to be. And Cream and Amber, obviously, providing a lot of good vibes for that. True North Roofing, woman-owned and lead residential contractor serving the Twin Cities. Locally owned, licensed, and insured, our craftspeople are here to provide excellent care and service for Minnesota homeowners. TrueNorth-Roofing.com. And the P Fund, a community-led foundation building community and providing resources for LGBTQ plus individuals across the upper Midwest and the First Nations therein. Thank you very much to P Fund for being a longtime sponsor of North Star Roller Derby. Disco is on her wheels, having been seemingly cleared by our hardworking EMTs. No matter how much or little work they do here at our bouts, we know that they are doing a whole lot of work when people aren't on roller skates. Seeing a smile on Disco Scream's face is usually a good sign. We'll see if they're going to be cleared to resume derbying for the rest of the evening. Thanks again for joining us here at youtube.com/at North Star Roller Derby. My name is Owen Money. It's nice to have you here with us. Whether on your smart devices or normal computers, tablets, phones, anywhere you can get YouTube, you can get roller derby at least 4 times a year on our channel. At least 4 times a year. Absolutely more roller derby is happening. Our very own Loose Change is going to Buenos Aires later this year to do some announcing down there. Yeah, roller derby's everywhere. It's great. We're going to get this official review wound down and closed out here hopefully pretty soon once we have all of our narwhals in a pod. We got a rolling whistle. There are no skaters on the track yet. There they are. There they are. We all figured it out. Oh, the Friends will be starting on a power jam. So that'll be Night Terror starting on a power jam for the Violent Friends. Nervous Rack appears to be in the box. Yeah, you can see him right now on your screen at the very bottom. So we've got the inside conga line offense trying to be set up there by the Friends. The Deltas sniffed that out right away, so that means Terror is once again stuck behind everybody. Stuck behind everybody, except for Assault and Nattery. Assault and Nattery got a direction of play penalty, so we'll see them in a minute. Well, 30 seconds. It used to be a minute. All right, Nervous Rack is out of the box. That means the power jam is over for the Friends. Offense there being provided by Slim Sadie. Effective as all get out. That means Rack is getting out for a lead jammer status for jam number 12. Night Terror fighting for their life against... Oh, Rack lost her glasses. Happens to the best of us. Terror stuck behind Guillotina, Sonny Ono, Slim Sadie, and Kilroy. Rack now stuck behind Assault and Nattery, Oxford Trauma, Daryl B. Blood, and Marlboro Dread. Sadie able to provide even more offense. Rack staying to the middle and staying in bounds. Oxford Trauma, Marlboro Dread, and Daryl B. Blood not really giving much room here, and that'll be Daryl B. Blood shoving to the outside and able to run back. That lead jammer of Nervous Rack all the way back 10 feet or so behind the Deltas. Now Daryl B. Blood is kind of behind a couple of different Deltas, and we'll see if they're able to get back up and help with the Friends. Sadie once again able to sniff out enough offense to allow Nervous Rack out for 4 more points for the Deltas. Night Terror making a mad dash for the inside of turn number 3. Yeah, first Apex has turns 1 and 2. Second Apex has turns 3 and 4. I know what I'm talking about. Halibut hamming it up with Blue Barracuda. I'm sure that's a very interesting conversation. Let us know what you think they're talking about in the comments. Jam number 13 is going to kick off with Lunatic for the Deltas and Halibut for the Deltas. Halibut off to kind of a rough start, getting drawn all the way 20 feet behind that jam line by Scarlet Raven. Pop Roxy trying to provide some offense. For a very sneaky star pass happened. Great positioning there by the Friends, able to get that taken care of. Giant gap being provided by the Deltas, making Lunatic's job easy. Easiest 4 points of the night so far for Lunatic and the Deltas. Pushing their lead up to 30. 15 for the Friends, 45 for the Deltas. We got a rolling whistle, and that's our first intermission. Hey, we made it. No serious injuries, I don't think. Couple of stoppages, but I think everybody's going to be fine. Stay tuned. We're going to be back in about 9 minutes and 30 seconds for the second half of game number 1 of bout number 3 of season number 20 for North Star Roller Derby. I am still Owen Money, and we'll be back in not too long. Oh, we've got the remote-controlled roller skates getting wheeled out by none other than Weird Val Shank, a B-word. I censor myself because it's funnier to say that, I guess. Let me know in the comments if it's funnier to say B-word or bitch. Oh, yeah, we have something's going on. Consult your schedule, Owen. Perhaps it says something. Nope, it says halftime. There's a game. Oh, we've got some audience participation coming up here from our youths. It is the roller skates on radio control. This is always fun to see who plays video games and who doesn't. That's kind of what this boils down to, is video games, right? Feel free to scan the QR code that you see on your screen right now to select your fan-selected platinum player from each of the bouts, or each of the games during the bout. Each winner receives a prize. I do not know what that prize is. It perhaps is a light-up microphone. All will be revealed. Just stay tuned, and we'll tell you all about it. We have a bunch of very eager youths on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Small people to the inside, go. Loose change directing traffic in front of you there. Whoa, we've got 7? 8? No, it looks like we've got 7 remote-controlled roller skates. So they're going to, you could perhaps guess, race in a circuit being set up by Weird Val. Once again, shout out track maintenance, making sure that rope is taped down. Yes, that is a rope. The rope is a tactile feedback for the skaters, so they know when they roll over something, they're probably out of bounds and should behave in a legal manner. Legal to the rules of roller derby, of course. It looks like we have some small folks with cold feet. That's okay. I will not say any of your names to further embarrass you, as I do not know any of your names. The controls are being doled out. The racers are being introduced to their, oh boy. Yep, the racers are being, what's the word I'm looking for? They're becoming acquainted with their skates, remote control skates. Don't start practicing yet. Thank goodness we've got nearly 6 minutes to watch children race stuff around in a circle. Loose change telling children what to do. It is not going well. Oh, no, never mind. They got it. We got it. Children having difficulties with instructions. News flash coming at you from North Star Roller Derby at 7:35 p.m. on a drizzly Friday night. Loose imparting the rules to our youthful participants. 3 laps. 3 laps get some candy. We got a runaway blue skate that looks like a banger skate. Who's got pole position here? Looks like we've got like a nameless black boot. Yeah, I see a logo on some of these. I see Friends. I see bangers. Okay, she said go. The pole position boot is doing its own thing. We've got a green swamp boot that seems to be figuring it out. Definitely figuring it out. Well ahead of the pack. Oh, we got a little demolition derby going on here. And lime green, the swamp boot, has lost the plot, so to speak. Meanwhile, we've got a purple boot doing a little dance in the middle. The pole position black boot is figured it out. Ooh, cut that lap maybe a little bit short. The green boot is still ahead, I think. No, the Black Boot's coming back around for lap number 2. Black Boot now able to go properly through that checkpoint that's closer to the jam line, as you can see. There's that Banger Boot just going absolutely ape nuts all over the track. And the Banger Boot capsized. We'll have a little bit of a little assist from one of our trackside spectators. Shout out to trackside spectators. Love you guys. Oh, the Banger Boot is back on track. Oh. It is truly a nail biter out here, folks. The scores have completely evaporated as the 2 boots that were in the lead have either stopped or have now started actively destroying the track. Well, the Black Boot seems to have gotten their stuff in order, and I think that's the winner. I think that the Black and Gray Boot, there is a logo on it. I'm going to try to zoom in by leaning further over this wall to tell you which boot that is. But they are now fully 1 lap ahead of any other contender, probably 2 laps ahead of any other contenders. Yeah, I got to call it. That's a winner for the Black Boot with the... Oh, wait, we have a Gray Boot and a Black Boot with a white logo on it. Well, the Gray Boot's just doing its own thing. Wow, the Black Boot with the white logo has not only destroyed the track, but they are then respecting the track that they have recreated. There it is. I think that's the winner. It's great to see kids with back patches that read "Free Palestine." Love to see that. Shout out to Gaza. All right, we got about 1 minute and 40 seconds left to find out what the rest of these roller skates are going to do. Yeah, they're going to keep ruining all these tiny little cones. Pure chaos. You give small children remote control anythings, and they will do literally whatever they want. You can talk to them until your lungs fall out. All right, we've got a round of applause for our presumptive winner. Is that I don't know what that logo is on the side of that skate, but it's now attacking the audience. There's got to be some kind of disqualification for attacking the audience. These are our paid fans, you know. Get it together. Hey, everybody wins candy. We all know who the real winner is, and that's people who sell candy. Those folks really have that whole thing cornered, don't they? What an effort by all of our participants in the remote control skate derby. Big, yeah, it was just who's gonna do what there for a really long time. But the black boot, white logo boot really pulled it together, redesigned the track to their own tastes, and really swept up. So, you know, better luck next time, the rest of our contestants. So we have, I believe that's Bruce and Susan in the novelty hat. Oh, just off screen to the left. Yeah, that's Susan. Hard to tell with the hat. You don't normally see Bruce and Susan with the hat on. All right, we're half number 2 of game number 1 for bout number 3 of season 20 for North Star Roller Derby is imminent. If you can hear my voice and you are not watching your screen, this is your only notice to get back in front of those pixels and watch some more roller derby. Very first jam here is going to be full strength from both teams. Lunatic for the Deltas as a jammer, Halibut as a jammer for the Friends. Blockers for the Deltas include Kilroy, Slim Sadie, Guillotina, and Shankarella. The Friends have fielded Hips Ahoy, Snarly Parker, Disco Scream, who is back, by the way, and Pop Roxy. We got some fun little, I'm guessing, TikTok dances. I don't know. I'm 41. Everybody hyping up everyone else. Love to see it. This is not your whistle. D-Rex going to call her 5 seconds here real quick. There it goes. Friends taking the front, Deltas in the back. Both teams employing a 3 tripod blocker, 1 offense as the need arises. Halibut trying to work her way through the pack on the inside line. None of those Deltas are letting her do it. Goes to the outside. Not much luck there either. In the meanwhile, Lunatic on the front of the pack, able to juke the Friends and pick up lead jammer status to kick off half number 2. Halibut taking advantage of some broken packet nonsense and then able to get around Slim Sadie for not lead jammer, just over half a track length behind Lunatic and closing rapidly. Lunatic being yelled out to call it and does, keeping the Friends scoreless and picking up 2 whole points for herself and her team. Again, the Deltas are wearing their, quote, only playing against the Friends, unquote, black jerseys. Friends in their normal reds. Road Rage for the Friends taking the middle of the pack. Middle of the track, I should say. Sonny Ono able to get on the outside. Sonny Ono behind Electric Cutie, Marlboro Dread. Got Oxford Trauma and Daryl B. Blood. Road Rage able to juke around Scarlet Raven, not having a whole lot of luck against Guillotina and Sailor Doom, though. Bit of a scrum there, a little bit of chaos, and out goes Road Rage for not lead jammer status to the delight of the crowd. Sonny Ono able to shrug off Electric Cutie, pick up 4 whole points and call it off. Violent Friends once again scoreless. 51-15, Deltas versus Friends. Undervalued participant pointing at the scoreboard for some reason. I don't know why, teams would want to know what's on a scoreboard. That's kind of strange. Nervous Rack for the Deltas and Night Terror for the Friends. Terror getting some shout-outs from the crowd. Nervous Rack approaching Disco Scream and Pop Roxy. No pack is called. Pop Roxy has to bridge, and out goes Nervous Rack for lead jammer. Destruction of pack being called on Assault and Nattery. So that will be 1 blocker fewer for the Friends. Nervous Rack in the meanwhile approaching Snarly Parker in the back of the Friends blocking. Disco Scream able to knock Nervous Rack out of bounds. Snarly Parker rejoining. Crust Almighty performing the... No, that'll be a destruction of pack penalty being called once again on Pop Roxy. That's 2 destruction of packs. That'll be that was kind of orchestrated there by Crust Almighty, trying to shove an opposing blocker as far forward as she possibly could. Nervous Rack being yelled out to call it. That's going to freeze Pop Roxy in the box, and that means that the Friends are going to start 1 blocker fewer for jam number 4. Speaking of jam number 4, that'll be Halibut jamming for the Friends and Lunatic for the Deltas. The shortened blocker contingent from the Friends will be Oxford Trauma, Hips Ahoy, and Marlboro Dread. The Deltas at full strength, Kilroy, Slim Sadie, Guillotina, and Shankarella. Here we go for jam number 4 of half number 2 of bout number 3 of season 20 of North Star Roller Derby. No pack was called very quickly. Seems to have shaken up the Friends in the front, and out goes Lunatic for another lead jam. Halibut getting taken care of there by Slim Sadie. A little bit of offense there for Halibut being played by Oxford Trauma. Oh, nope, Lunatic did pick up. I saw that toe stop just tap the inside, so that'll be a power jam for Halibut and the Friends. Deltas, however, still have all 4 of their blockers out there, and the jammer was never a problem for Halibut. And out she goes. Not lead jammer status for Halibut. Lunatic still in the box and approaching the back of the pack, trying to score the Friends' very first points of the second half. That's at least 2, perhaps 3. I don't have a very good perspective up here in the AV roost. And Lunatic is out. Lunatic sizing up the triangle in the back, able to get around it, and everybody else on the Friends for 4 points. We do have the remainder 40 seconds here for jam number 4. The pack on the straightaway, the very first straightaway, looking to get, hey, Halibut has a little bit of jammer on jammer action and comes out on top of that one. Does not come out on top of the Delta line, though. You got 19 seconds left, jammers. Let's see what you got. Let's see how the big hit there from Pop Roxy on Lunatic, kind of stopping her progress. Making Lunatic maybe think about how she's going to approach this. In the meantime, Halibut still pushing in the front. Able to see Daylight, able to stay in bounds for 3 points, but avoids a track cut, most importantly. That skate went wibbly wobbly over and back from inbounds to out of bounds, back to inbounds. And but the 4 whistles were blown, so that was not a track cut. If you feel like I have interpreted the rules in an incorrect manner, please get at us in the comments. Road Rage doing the gunslinger stuff with the hands. Lunatic doing the picking apart of the blockers for the Deltas. And as I say that, that'll be that'll be Blue Barracuda going to the box for destruction of the pack penalty. Sonny Ono, meanwhile, getting out for lead jammer for the Deltas. Road Rage trying to get through Lumberjill, Scarlet Raven, and Sailor Doom. Here comes Sonny Ono for more points for the Deltas. Only one to seem to see that Sonny Ono was there was Disco Scream. Disco Scream going to go to the penalty box for her efforts, unfortunately. It'll be a successful it'll be a successful initial pass for Road Rage, which means that Sonny Ono is going to call it off. Disco Scream caught in the box for the Friends, so they're going to start 1 jammer down. Deltas got to the funny number, 69 for the Deltas and 22 for the Friends. See, funny number, everybody knows. I'm sure you know at home or on the bus or wherever you are. New jammer for the Deltas, Aerial Assault. Up against seasoned jammer Batty Longlegs. Oh, Batty Longlegs not able to get around undervalued participant who also went into the infield and is going to the box for her efforts. Batty Longlegs learning her lesson against Baller and does not get knocked down this time. Meanwhile, Aerial Assault trying to get around Marlboro Dread and Pop Roxy. We got a forearm being called on Red 8 forearm. Okay, there we go. That'll be a power jam for the Deltas. I would make some kind of sardonic quip like a much needed power jam for the Deltas, but I'm busy. Aerial approaching the back of the Friends. Able to find some daylight on the inside. Nearly got stood up, and Disco Scream is able to sniff out that hero blocking for just a little bit before having to rejoin her team and the first Apex. Aerial Assault taking a stately pace. Baller hitting Batty to the middle. Being called out of play. That looks like a pack to me. for now. Aerial assault trying to get through assault and nattery. Disco Scream and Pop Roxy does. That's 4 more points for the Deltas. Aerial thinks she's lead jammer, but apparently not. I'm not keeping track of these things. This is all stream of consciousness, what I'm seeing. The hat has been removed from Batty Longlegs. Big hit from Baller once again, lining that up. No more points for the Friends. We got a Violent Friends timeout happening. That'll be a few seconds to catch your breath, catch their breath. Thanks again for joining us here on youtube.com/@North Star Roller Derby. We have another bout right after this. It'll be the Bangers versus the Kilmores. Please feel free to scan the QR code to vote for your platinum player for each of the games this evening. I don't know, what is up with me? That's not important. What is important is March 27th will be the culmination of the 20th season for North Star Roller Derby. It'll be the championship bout. As it stands now, it will be the Deltas versus the Kilmores, a little rematch from season 19. Kilmores trying to fight through the Wallow Pink. Knock the Deltas off their off the pedestal. Some brief confusion there as it start jam number blank 7, jam number 7. Night Terror for the Friends and Shankarella for the Deltas. Night Terror out for lead jammer, their very first lead jammer status of the evening. Meanwhile, Shankarella still trying to fight through the Friends on the first apex. Night Terror approaching for the back. Trying a low to high approach to jostle those blockers. Unsuccessfully, that'll be Kilroy, Lunatic, and I did not see who. Oh, that'll be Sim Sadie. Night Terror called it. The Deltas didn't score anything. Let's find out how many the Friends did. We've got our Friends Jam Ref consulting with the outside pack refs. That'll be 1 point. 1 point for Night Terror. Scarlet Raven's going to be jamming for the Deltas, and Halibut once again for the Friends. Blocking for the Friends, we got Pop Roxy, Electric Cutie, Disco Scream, Marlboro Dread. Blockers for the Deltas include, or are entirely comprised of, Crust Almighty, Sailor Doom, Lumberjill, and Blue Barracuda. Neither jammer having a whole lot of success yet. A lot of defense. The two teams are clearly separated, which makes it a lot easier on the blockers because they don't have people, gumming up the works, Blue Barracuda trying to provide some offense, and does, but not before Disco Scream gets in there. That's a no pass, no penalty. Yep, so there is no lead jammer, which means that Halibut can still become lead jammer if they get out in time. Big hit, swing of the hips there from Scarlet Raven. More defense or offense there being played by Blue Barracuda. Halibut, however, has not yet made it to the pivot line. Strong, strong blocking by the Deltas. There's probably like 40 accumulated years of experience on that line of Deltas blockers. Everybody's been playing this game for so long. Scarlet Raven, no rookie herself. Stuck behind Electric Cutie, Pop Roxy. That looks like Marlboro Dread and Disco Scream. For now, at least, Halibut has reached the pivot line out to the apex. He gets hits out of bounds. able to come back in without losing a whole lot of ground. There's only 19 seconds left. Star pass is successful. That'll be Electric Cutie taking that star. She's got 12 seconds to skate around and score points. Moving those legs. And unable to catch the pack. However, Scarlet Raven is able to pick up 3 points for the Deltas. An official review being called by the Violent Friends. This official review brought to you by Trying to Get It Right. Just the concept. It's not a sponsor or anything. It's just brought to you by people who are looking at things and wanting to make sure that things are okay. Sometimes official reviews are used as just we're not trying to, make anything different out here. We're just trying to, take a breather for the team. Shout out to track maintenance. Keep that tape to the floor. And rope. There should be rope on the floor too. My name's Owen Money. Thank you for joining us here on bout number 3 of season 20 for North Star Roller Derby here at the historic Quincy Hall in Northeast Minneapolis. This is our second year here at Quincy Hall. They've been wildly competent. Wildly competent. I've dealt with a lot of I deal with varying levels of expertise, let's say, in my day job, and it's really awesome and refreshing to see that the folks that are helping you out really know their stuff, and they absolutely do here at Quincy. No questions too small, no request is too outlandish. Don't push it though, you know what I mean? Book Quincy Hall for your next event. This is obviously a robust event center. There's a bridal suite. There's a full bar. Catering services. We got a taco bar over there. We got roller hot dogs. We got popcorn. Just a lovely place to be. Ample parking. Do not at me about ample parking. Don't do it. There's ample parking if you get here in time. Don't be a slacker. All right, we got, so during an official review, the 2 captains from each team, the captain and the alternate captain, have to be called before they present their case to one of the officials. And once that's done, the official goes to the other officials, they talk, and then the official goes back to tell the captains of each team what the outcome of the official review was. So that means there's a little chance to, for the 2 captains from each team to talk to the other captains from the other team. Talk about their day, make sure everybody's okay, having a great time. Because the number one rule of roller derby is just have fun. I'm sure there are other rules, but that is definitely the most important one. Thanks for being here, everybody. We're going to be underway very shortly. One hopes. Everybody is getting at least very near their positions so that we can resume. Roller derby is a very unique sport in that we have more officials officiating than we do players on the track. Football, you've got like 3 referees. Basketball, you got 3. I don't know how many lines folks you got for soccer or European football or whatever, but there's 1 line judge, I think, for tennis. Who cares about tennis? Anyways, here comes the next jam, brought to you by the 5 seconds from D-Rex. Nervous Rack for the Deltas. Road Rage for the Friends. Each skater being no pack, so that means the Deltas in the back have to speed up a little bit. Road Rage battling against Aerial Assault, Baller, Undervalue Participant, and Kilroy. Oxford Trauma for the Friends is going to go to the box, and that'll be Lee Jammer for Nervous Rack. And the Deltas looking to eclipse that century mark. They've got about 6 minutes left to do it. But only 1 minute and 24 seconds left in this jam. There goes Rack to the roar of the crowd. Road Rage, meanwhile, able to make some ground but not get through any of the deltas yet. Picks up what appears to be a forearm penalty. Supposed to be a power jam for the deltas. Kilroy lining up her first victim. It will be Oxford Trauma, who recycles all the way back to the rear of the pack. Nervous Wreck going inside to outside and to the middle now, trying to battle through Daryl B. Blood and Assault and Nattery, able to juke out Assault and Nattery and out for 4 more points. Friends assuming the front of the pack. Kilroy getting all up in their business. Kilroy shoving Snarly Parker to the inside, but the rest of the friends then shove Nervous Wreck to the inside. And to the outside by Daryl B. Blood and drawing her back. All the way to the back is Daryl, rejoining her blocker contingent. Road Rage attempting to get around Aerial Assault. Almost has enough daylight on the outside with the tippy toes, but not able to get out, and that'll be the natural conclusion of jam number 9. 12 points for Nervous Wreck, and they've hit that century mark. That's 103 for the Deltas, 23 for the Friends. Night Terror once again for the Friends, and Lunatic once again for the Deltas. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the first game of the evening. Lunatic being greeted there by a Disco Scream, buying some time to avoid the offense by Shankarella. And the Friends coalesce into a shape. Deltas putting out a pretty decent shape themselves. Night Terror fighting with all their might against Slim Sadie, Guillotina, and Lumberjill. Lunatic almost saw some daylight around Pop Roxy, but wasn't able to make it. And the Violent Friends holding strong so far. The closer that Night Terror gets that Delta blocker squad, though, the easier it is for them to play offense. And offense they do, and out goes Lunatic. Lead jammer. 45 seconds being held there by the Friends before they were able to pick up lead jammer. Hips Ahoy reaching out, offering a helping hand and picking up that star pass. Flinging that now useless pivot stripe to the side. Hips Ahoy trying to get to the back of the pack before Lunatic calls it. Lunatic did call. Let's find out if no points for Hips Ahoy despite the effort. 2 more for Deltas. Strong showing here from the Deltas this evening. Strong fight from the Friends. We have an official review. Do they have another one? Oh, no, it's a team timeout. I misinterpreted the hand signals. I thought it was an O. It was a T. Oh, the officials think it was an O, too. I don't know. Give me a 1 in chat if you thought it was an O. Give me a 2 if you thought it was a T. Shout out to all of you viewing us on YouTube.com. High bit rates, reliable quality, availability. So I think one off is because they tried to use an official review. They were granted the official review, and it was then rescinded because everybody realized they don't have an official review left. I'm guessing the Friends meant to say timeout. Wild guess. Pure speculation. Baseless speculation, I might add. Cutie booping Oxford Trauma on the line. Hi. It's nice to be waved at. They don't wave at me very often. That's nice. Oh, they're doing the millennial heart. That's that thing we got. We got one of these. We got 2 finger hearts. I'm a monkey see, monkey do kind of guy. I just have to Everybody's looking at me now. This is embarrassing. Please stop it. Yeah, look at Luce. That's better. Thank you. Thank you very much. No one should regard me at any time. Everybody loves a rolling whistle. That means that roller derby is imminent. Halibut for the Friends and Sonny Ono for the Deltas. The Deltas had taken that pivot line and had gotten right up on the Violent Friends. They've had a lot of luck creating some chaos, and more luck persists. Out goes Sonny Ono for the Deltas. Halibut trying to get around Crust Almighty. Crust has seen that move before. Pops her out to the outside. Sonny battling in the front. There's a bit of a stretched out pack here for the Deltas. No sweat for Shankarella and Crust. Doom thought that she had her picked out on the outside, but Halibut's going to run into Sailor. No, that'll be Halibut running into Scarlet Raven. Scarlet Raven able to buy enough time for the rest of her team. Halibut getting knocked to the outside and ran all the way back. Meanwhile, Sonny Ono picking up 4 more points. Look on her face just then going around that second apex was like, oh my goodness. Way to stick with it, Sonny Ono. Halibut going to the inside, faking a toe drag move, and then trying to juke back to the inside. Sniffed out there by Sailor Doom and the rest of the Delta blockers. Daryl Blee Blood successfully able to knock Sonny Ono to the infield. We have a star pass being attempted and successful. Well, the star pass itself was successful. Electrocuting able to shove Crust to the floor. Pick up that not lead jammer status, forcing the Deltas to call it off. We've got 48 seconds and counting until the end of the very first game. Road Rage looking to close it out here for the Friends. Aerial Assault closing it out for the Deltas as far as jammers go. Baller talking to her number sister, Pop Roxy. Oh, we got some whistles. It's track maintenance. Shout out to track maintenance. Trying to keep everybody safe. Really close, though. It's going to happen. Stay tuned. It's almost there. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. My name is Owen Money. I will be yapping at you for the remainder of however long I want to do this. It is really fun, though, so it'll be for a while. Undervalued participant trying to rein in Baller. Anybody who knows Baller knows that that doesn't really happen. The whole reining in thing, I don't know. Pop Roxy seems to have. Yep. Okay, that's Pop Roxy voting or doing some stump speeching for Platinum Player. Scan that QR code. It'll be ticking on the top right-hand side of your screen. It will rejoin the broadcast here at any moment. Roxy with a there it is. There's the QR code. Top right-hand side of your screen. Quick, get out your phone. Quick. Just take out the camera. Oh, you missed it. Well, this will be the QR code for the next game. Stay tuned for that. There will be a brief question mark. There will be enough of an intermission between the first 2 games. And I will keep you abreast of any dealings or news when it comes to how much time is going to be happening between the first 2 games. We will be awarding the Platinum Players directly after the first bout ends, which is going to be any second now once track maintenance, shout out track maintenance, has completed their duties. Don't point out that I said duty. Don't do it. All right. Track maintenance is done. Pop Roxy has gotten everybody in line. And we're gonna start off jam number whatever it is. This will probably be the last one, right? Yeah, jam number 12. Road Rage trying to get around Nervous Rack, Baller, an Undervalley participant. Kilroy's out there too. There it goes. Ooh, a hero hit there from Disco Scream, able to knock Aerial Assault out of bounds, forcing her to get behind everybody else. However, Road Rage is in the box. This is a power jam for Aerial Assault and the rest of the Deltas. Snarly Parker being trapped behind the Deltas, and Kilroy deciding to join the rest of the friends. A friends chant coming out. We have a no pack. No, there's a pack. There it is. Disco Scream trying to hold off Aerial Assault. Able to do so, knocks her out of bounds. Will Disco draw her back? Draw her back she shall. Oh, don't get Kilroyed. Disco avoided getting Kilroyed, which means that Aerial Assault had to go about 70 feet backwards. And has to now fight once again through the friends with that lead jammer status of hers. Road Rage getting stuffed by Undervalley participant Nervous Rack. Some good bridging being done by both teams, making sure that everybody stays in place so they don't have to disengage. There goes Aerial Assault. And another hero hit from Disco Scream to the inside of the track, forcing Aerial Assault to reset her jammer dreams to square one. Disco knows where. Yeah, Aerial saw the timer, called it off, and that'll be it. The Deltas come out on top of the Violent Friends, 111-23. That's the unofficial score for now. But we shall see what the final score is. It will be reflected on your screen. The rolling whistle will indicate that an official score will be published, presented, displayed, disclosed, whatever. There goes Bruising Susan in her enormous hat. And the Deltas get to take their victory lap. Somebody gets to do it. Looks like they're having a little bit of a stare down as far as who goes around the track first. We've got an exuberant fan. We have many exuberant fans here waiting for their high fives, and they will now get them. Delta's going around for their victory lap. Congratulations to the Deltas. They're going to make their way to the championship bout in 3 short weeks. Or 21 days, 21, yeah, there's math there. That makes sense, March 27th, we will see them defending their crown against the presumptive challengers, who I believe for the standings at the moment are the Kilmores, barring any upsets. And here come the Violent Friends for their someone out there knows the word that I'm trying to come up with. They lost what they fought real hard, so they're going to get some high fives too. How about that? That's a good phrase. That'll work for me. Congratulations to the Deltas. Well fought for the Friends, and we will see you for the Platinum Player Awards very shortly. I presume very shortly. I have a schedule in front of me. It says right after the bout. Game, right after the game. They are the light up microphones. Huzzah! All right, friends to the middle. You can do it. Get on in there, friends. There is definitely not 57 minutes before the next game. I promise you that. We do not want to be here until 11 p.m. We will be charged so much money. We have agreed with Quincy Hall as far as how long we will be here, and if we start going over that, it's going to get messy. Oh, yeah, shout out Tim Knox, our longtime photographer here for North Star. volunteering his time to make sure that all of those photos and all that cool stuff looks cool, not only on the track but on film, digital film. It is 2026 after all. Jam and the Holograms Platinum Player Awards, as decided by you, the home viewer. Oh my God, they light up. Can you believe it? We have finally peaked as a civilization and as a technologically advanced race. I don't know. They light up. It's cool. The first platinum player to be revealed will be the Deltas. This will be the votes that have been cast by you, the home viewer, and those of you who are here in the stadium arena area who have scanned that QR code, who have voted for stuff. Top-notch performance. She's the best. Gets the crowd moving. These are all... Baller won the Platinum Player Award. She's over the moon. It's the best day of her life. I can guarantee you it's the best day of her life. She got the award. She's blowing kisses to the crowd. She's got her light up Jam and the Holograms trophy. And who's it going to be for the Violent Friends? We shall find out very shortly. Great blocker. Determination. These are all superlatives that have been bestowed upon the... Some of these comments are making Loose Change lose her marbles. Platinum player. Halibut. Nice work, Halibut. Well earned. Let him see it. Yeah, you got to mug it up. Ham it up for the camera. There you go. Tim knows what's going on. Just got to give Tim a little bit of slack, you know what I mean? He's working real hard. Y'all worked real hard, too, out there on the track. Congratulations to our platinum players of the bouts. Baller for the Deltas and Halibut for the Friends. We will be back. I told you it wasn't going to be 57 minutes. It's going to be approximately 20 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to have some halftime entertainment for you that hopefully will not get DMCA'd by YouTube the way that our last halftime entertainment happened. And I had to do some crafty little weavings, etc. Oh, there goes Katarina Hit, ducking around Loose Change. 20 minutes. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, you can go someplace as long as you get back here in 20 minutes. Give scritches to your pets. Call your parents. Call your kids. Reach out to that neighbor that you think might need a hand. Whatever you need to do in the next 19 minutes and 52 seconds, please go do it, but please also rejoin us for the final game of our evening at the penultimate bout of Season 20 for North Star Roller Derby. I'm Owen Money, and I will be right back.
Before you're visiting from Colorado, you're missing your ID. The announcer has it. It was given to us. You're from Colorado and you're missing your ID. Come talk to me. We want to make sure that you have your identification.
This is your official 6-minute and 5-second warning. 6 minutes and 5 seconds until more roller derby that I get to talk about and you get to watch from the comfort of your own home. Please keep that in mind as you are going about your evening. We'll see you in approximately 6 minutes. The teams are warming up, so why don't we mute the ticker? Go to the live action on the track. The Bangers are currently warming up. Bangers saw a very large influx of new skaters this year. Love to see that. Bangers had been formerly one of the largest teams on North Star Roller Derby, but retirements do happen. Vibes are high for the Bangers. See how they fare against the salty veteran Kilmores squad. Coming up in just 1 minute and 53 seconds. This is your final notice to, sweep that floor, brush those teeth, order that pizza, whatever you got to do. But in 1 minute and 38 seconds, you better be watching roller derby again. Kilmores already warmed up. 50 seconds to Derby.
We've got just a little bit of time until we're going to start the second bout. And frankly, I'm going to use my announcer's privilege right now.
Loose change invoking announcer privilege to do something. Oh, there was a birthday yesterday. Oh, it's Wilhelm Scream's birthday yesterday. The audience is going to sing happy birthday to Wilhelm. I trust you are also singing happy birthday to Wilhelm at your home or your tavern or your union hall or your bus stop, whatever it is. Wherever you're watching us. I'm going to put the mic down and let the crowd speak for themselves as soon as they start. Oh, I wish I could zoom in. It's just off screen to the left. Wilhelm has been thoroughly embarrassed by the affections of the crowd. Yeah, buy Wilhelm a drink at the after party. It's at the Indeed Brewery just down the street. That's right, the after party is back on. Ice is still here, but we're going to party in their faces. You've heard many things thrown at the federal agents that have occupied our city for long enough. You can pick your own pejorative. Don't Google pejorative. I don't think I used that word right. Doesn't matter. What does matter is that we're going to be getting underway with the second game of the evening. Friends or Kilmores or Bangers first? Bangers. We're going to introduce the Bangers first. We're coordinating. Bangers first for rollout.
All right.
Did you get any?
Listen, if you have other people you want to embarrass, I'm available.
Sorry, a little inside baseball.
That we're going to be happy.
Oh, the Kilmores are going. Yes, okay. Kilmores are going first. As debuted by the in-house music. It'll be number 96, Betty Rocker. Number 114, Big Disgrace. Number 73, Bonks. Number 833, Buzzkill. Number 778, Cheeseburger. I have not come up with a nickname for Cheeseburger yet. Number 404 is Deja Brews. Shout out to basketball. Number 816, Eternal Jam Nation. Number 120 is Face Smelter. Number 193 is Giraffic Jam. And number 44 is Jim Rat, or James Rathew, if you're nasty. Number 1300 is Katarina Hit. Number 10 is Carmageddon. Number 91 is a Rebeast. Number 17 is Red Hot Toddy. Number 1949, Red Panda. Number 58 is Salty Mod. Number 906 is a Sassberry, fogging up those glasses. Number 6, Weezus Christ. Number 911, Weird Val Shank B-Word doing the RoboCop. And Marge Hadron, Collider, Bobash, and Babe Froman as your bench staff. That is the Kilmores. Up next will be the Bangers.
Well, those Kilmores definitely need a team to play against. So, how about we introduce the Bangers?
The Bangers are next. You have number 42, A Girl Has No Name. Number 39 is Angus Beef. Number 75 is Bon Bon Voyage. Number 303 is Crescent Wench. Number 520 is Flirty Fly. Number 99 is Hot Sauce. Number 80, Kitten Boots. Number 12 is El Dente. Number 57 is Nacho Lady. Number 510 is Patty Nar. Number 711 is Reizuka Bubble Yum. Number 314 is Rude Barb. Number 996 is Scarlet Express. Number 1133 is Scrap Baby. Number 515 is TKO. 37 is Vincent Slam Go. Number 86 is Yes Chef. And our bench coach is Alabama Slam and Judgment Bay, She-Cola, and Stabby Cat. All former bangers themselves. And those are the bangers. Fostering this evening are, we've got 506 Night Terror, and we've got 999 will be. Oxford Trauma is also fostering for the bangers. Fun little storyline here. As you may remember, the team that Oxford Trauma skated for last season was the bangers. So obviously no hard feelings between the transfers. Anybody can transfer to any team for any reason at all. Good old bang bang on the line. It'll be Patty Nar versus Rebeast for the bangers and the Kilmores. If you're from Colorado and you're missing your ID, you should report to Quincy Hall in Northeast Minneapolis promptly to retrieve your ID. The federales are kind of sticklers about the IDs these days. Valhalla announces that this is not, in fact, our whistle, and we are inclined to believe her. 5 seconds is called. Away we go. Patty Nar for the bangers and Rebeast for the Kilmores. Both jammers attempting to get through the middle of the pack. Now they're switching to the inside line. Rebeast finds some daylight and out for the lead jammer for the Kilmores. The star is off in Patty's hands, looking for, I believe, Yes Chef. Rebeast is able to juke from the inside to the middle and back to the outside, getting plugged up there by Patty Nar and Kitten Boots. Find some daylight on the inside, and there's Patty Nar trying to do some hero blocking as well as Kitten Boots, however, not in time. 4 points for the Kilmores. Kilmores are on the board first. Star Pass has been completed. And that is indeed Yes Chef trying to, oh yeah, very, very light tippy toes through the middle for not lead jammer status. And meeting with the wood wall back here at Quincy Hall. It is padded because if we break this wood wall, we are in deep trouble. Jesus Christ for the Kilmores, number 6. As the jammer, Crescent Wench for the bangers. 5 seconds is called. Both teams content with kind of lining up amongst each other on that jam line. A Girl Has No Name and Oxford Trauma able to keep Weezus Christ at bay with the help of Rude Barb and Vincent Slam Go. Crescent Wench getting moved to the inside by Carmageddon. Told you Carmageddon would skate. Red Panda's out there too, along with Sassberry as the blocking contingent for the Kilmores. Neither skater able to get through the apex quite yet. Weezus trying to shove through that very formidable triangle. Cheeseburger coming in for some offense. Able to shake it up a bit. Gain some daylight for Weezus, and able to take some advantage of some confusion is Weezus Christ. Picking up that lead jammer status. Meanwhile, we've got Crescent Wench on the outside of, oh, big hit there being leveled on Weezus Christ. Weezus Christ pops up, undeterred. Crescent Wench has the star in the hand. However, her pivot is about 40 feet away. We have a cut track penalty being called on Weezus Christ. So that's going to be a power jam for the bangers. Bangers in a pretty rough spot vis-a-vis the star hat. That'll be a track cut penalty being called on Crescent Wench. Red Panda had them pretty well cut. Jesus Christ getting sprung from the box because you can't have 0 jammers on the track. It's just not good TV. You know what I mean? Crescent Winch is also now out of the track, and we're going to be going for the last 2 seconds of this bout, or this jam. Jam number 2 is done. The Bangers are hustling to the line. They are hell-bent on taking that jammer line. They do have the advantage as the bench closer to the jam line, but they're not going to give it up without a fight. Speaking of fights, we've got 996 Scarlet Express for the Bangers jamming, and Eternal Jam Nation for the Kilmores, 816. Jamming both for the first time this evening. As is expected, this is just the 3rd jam. Scarlet Express trying to shove her way through the middle. Not a whole lot of success there. Jambi able to find daylight on the inside and sustain a hit from Kitten Boots. Picking up lead jammer for the Kilmores. Hustling her way around the track to try to get points for more points for the Kilmores. Able to sneak under a hit from TKO. Picking up 4 points. The star pass was completed for the Bangers while I was yapping away. Yes, Chef taking the star away from Wench. Oh, Scarlet Ravens. No, is that Scarlet Raven in the box? Yes, it is Scarlet Raven in the box. Bangers are going to start 1 down. Kilmore's at full strength doing the 1 on the outside, 1 on the middle, and 2 in the middle, 1 on the inside. Patty Nard jamming for the Bangers. Deja Bruise, new jammer for the Kilmores, trying their hand at scoring points. Patty Nard trying to move him back and forth, trying to make some daylight happen. Able to stay on her toe stops, and inbounds is Patty Nard for that important lead jammer status. Meanwhile, Scarlet Raven is out of the box. Deja Bruise is not having a whole lot of luck getting around A Girl Has No Name or some other blockers of note of the Bangers. I'm not able to see that far ahead of myself yet. Oh, that'll be a power jam for the Bangers. It was a power jam for the Kilmores as I was consulting my notes. And nobody's lead jammer anymore. So we've got a full minute of jam number 4. Both of these teams making sure that we get as much derby as we could possibly have paid for, even though, well, you didn't pay for it. It's on YouTube. But all of our adoring audience here at Quincy Hall, they shelled out their hard-earned bucks for some DIY nonprofit roller derby. You can do the same. Deja Bruise trying to angle and wedge out Flirty Fly, and does. Not lead jammer status, but now able to score points. Neither of our jammers are lead jammer because of penalties. Trying to capitalize on our momentum is Deja Bruise. And away they go. 4 points for the Kilmores. Weird Val staring down an official as she hit Patty Nar out of bounds. Like, are you going to call me on that out-of-play blocking penalty or not? Doesn't. However, the Bangers are now on the board. 4 points for the Bangers. 18 for the Kilmores. Carmageddon of Cream and Amber for the Kilmores, now jamming for the Kilmores against Crescent Wench for the Bangers. Karma trying to break to that inside, gets hit out of bounds promptly by Oxford Trauma and the rest of the Bangers. However, Carmageddon able to take advantage of some confusion on the inside and getting out for lead jammer. Star Pass has been completed. That means that Vincent Slam Go is your new jammer for the Bangers. We're going to find out how well they're doing. For the Bangers, trying to get around Sassberry, and now Cheeseburger, and now Red Panda. Karma, in the meantime, getting hit out of bounds by Oxford Trauma. Ox demonstrating good lateral ability, as is El Dente. And there goes Karma, not quite able to stay in bounds. There's a no pass, no penalty. So that means it'll be 4 points for Karma, having already passed Oxford Trauma. Karma approaching the rear of the pack once again. Karma getting rooted on by Raffi, the third base coach for the Kilmores. Attempting some twinkly toes, but getting shut down by Oxford Trauma, El Dente, and Crescent Wench. The jam ends. That'll be the end for jam number 5. No points for the Bangers, 3 more for the Kilmores. Kilmores have pushed their lead up to 21. 20 for the Kilmores and 4 for the Bangers. Got to say, a lot of effort being brought by both of these teams. A lot of derby left. Faye Smelter is going to be jamming for the Kilmores here. Yes, Chef once again going at it for the Bangers. Faye being persistent through the middle and able to persist through everybody, including Flirty Fly, who nearly had a hero block but was called out of play. Yes, Chef out for not lead jammer status, going to maybe limit Faye to just 4 points on this pass. Faye's getting shoved in the back by a smiling and gleeful Salty. I want that on record, as Salty gleefully shoving her own teammate to the ground. I'm sure she was trying her best. Who knows? Shout out to Salty. Anyways, Buzzkill is going to be jamming now for the Kilmores. A Girl Has No Name, a.k.a. Aria, for the Bangers. Weird Val, Jambi, Katarina Hit, and Deja Bruise blocking for the Kilmores. Meanwhile, it'll be Night Terror, Flirty Fly, Patty Nar, and Scarlet Raven blocking for the Bangers. Buzzkill's out for lead jammer. Aria still stuck, not 5 feet, now 10 feet from the jam line. Trying to get everything off to the races. Off to the races is Buzzkill for 4 more points. Aria nearly able to see some daylight there on the inside, but getting shut down by Kilroy and Weird Val. Buzz is going to call it off after picking up how many additional points, you may ask. Jam ref and outside pack ref. It'll be Joss and Spitfire talking it over. Two more points for Buzzkill and the Kilmores. All right, we got Rebeast once again jamming for the Kilmores. Vincent Slam Go for the Bangers. Rebeast attempting to get around the blocking contingent of Oxford Trauma, Crescent Wench, El Dente, and Aria. And does. No pass, no penalty, so that means that we do not yet have a lead jammer, which means the gate is open, so to speak, for Vincent Slam Go. Oh, that'll be Oxford Trauma picking up a direction of play penalty. We'll find out whether she's got to have that star on the head. Got to have that star hat on. Not lead jammer. So that means we've got another minute and 17 seconds of jam number 8. A lot of 2-minute jams here. Big hit there from Vincent Slam Go. Nope, you can't call it off, Reby. You gotta keep jamming. I'm terribly sorry. Able to duck under that last minute hit from El Dente. Rebeast is out free and clear. Meanwhile, Vincent Slam Go trying to get through the pack. That'll be Red Panda heading to the box for a penalty that somebody talked about, I'm sure. Big pile up on the second straightaway. Sasbury seems to think that she's knocked Slam Go out of bounds and has. Going to come back in bounds. Rebeast looking for some offense from Cheeber. Is that a good nickname for Cheeseburger? I don't think so. Brutal knockdown there from Oxford Trauma on Rebeast, making sure it's like, you think you're out of bounds? Yeah, you know you're out of bounds now. Slam Go and Rebeast happy to hear the 4 whistles. They're both blasted. Both of those teams picked up 4 more points on the last jam, but Kilmores picked up 12 and the Bangers picked up 4. So we're going to have a star toss here after the first half of this bout. We're going to have a timeout being called by Nacho Lady as the alternate captain of the Bangers. So that means the skaters on the track get to mill about, talk amongst themselves. You can talk amongst yourselves too at home. Hopefully you're watching this in a crowded brewery or theater, auditorium of some kind. You've talked to everybody in your neighborhood about having roller derby on YouTube for free. All we need to do is rent a large venue to drag all of our friends into. You know what? That venue already exists. It's called Quincy Hall. It's here in historic Northeast Minneapolis, and it is wildly comfortable. The production team has made sure that the viewing angles are good. You can see all of the action. We've got jumbotrons, as you can see, behind the scoreboard on your screen. We've got hot dogs. We've got a full bar. And we do not have our whistle yet, according to Valhalla. Five seconds is called. This is Jesus Christ for the Kilmores and Scarlet Express for the Bangers. That'll be Jesus Christ out for lead jammer status right away. Kitten Boots rejoining her skate mates. The show must go on. That'll be Scarlet Express stowing the star, holding on to it, and picking up not lead jammer status and around the track in a hurry. Forcing Weezus to call off the jam after picking up 2 points. 2 points for the Kilmores that time. Ooh, we've got some jostling for that jammer line. Salty veteran and transfer to the Kilmores, Katarina Hitt, sparring with Rude Barb for that jam line. Maintains position, so that'll be Patty Nar for the Bangers and Eternal Jam Nation, a.k.a. Jambi, for the Kilmores. Jambi adjusting her glasses before proceeding with the jam. Patty Nar trying to proceed through Katarina Hitt, Buzzkill, and Weird Val Shanka B-Word. Jambi, meanwhile, is trying to go through Night Terror, Flirty Fly, A Girl Has No Name, and Rude Barb. Offense there being provided by Deja Brews. Sturdy defense, as noted by birthday boy Wilhelm Scream. Night Terror hits the deck, and Jambi is out for lead jammer for the Kilmores. Maintaining a 41-point lead. Patty Nar trying to stash the star and get out around Weird Val, but not able to quite. Was almost out for that not lead. We've got Night Terror with a bit of a wardrobe malfunction. Appears to be a toe stop come loose. It does happen. Some people break plates, some people break kingpins. Wheels fall off. Stuff happens, you know. It's roller derby. It's an extreme sport. Jamie coming around for more points. Trying to go shoulder to shoulder with A Girl Has No Name. Aria proving it up to the task. So a little bit of a juke motion, and out goes Jambi for 4 more points. Night Terror has fixed their skates and is rejoined the Bangers. Jambi does a lap and gets back to Rude Barb and the rest of the Bangers. Rude Barb trying to shove Jambi out of bounds, and does. Flirty Fly acknowledging an opportunity to perhaps draw Jambi back to stop the bleeding somewhat. That'll be another 8 points and another 2-minute jam. 8 points for the Bangers, pushing their lead up to 49. I did math. Congratulate me for doing very basic math. Thanks for being here on the YouTube. Thanks for leaving some comments and engaging with us. I do feel an awful lot like I'm just talking to myself. Just doing 3-hour soliloquies. There goes Sasbury skating through on the middle of on the inside line with some twinkly toes, evading the Banger blockers. Let's see if she does so again, and does. Super twinkly toes on that one. 4 more points for the Kilmores. El Dente is out. We're going to find out how many, if any, points either of these jammers are able to pick up on a crash course into the back of the pack. 1 for sure for Sasbury and none for El Dente. A very fast 5 points for the Kilmores, holding the Bangers once again scoreless. Yes, Chef going to try to hot behind her way through the... that's not a very good metaphor. Never mind. Yes, Chef jamming for the Bangers and Bonks for the Kilmores. Bonks able to bonk a Banger to the ground and buying enough time to get out for lead jammer status. Yes, Chef looking for some daylight. Nearly able to find it. The recycling for the Kilmores is just so good, though. Makes the jammer's life absolute hell. Commentator's curse is alive and well as Yes Chef makes it out of the pack. Illegal something or other happening on Bonks. That means that Yes Chef and the Bangers have a power jam. Let's find out if Yes Chef is able to undo the puzzle of Salty Mud, Red Hot Toddy, and Face Melter. Trying to get some offense there from Rude Barb and TKO. Scarlet Raven able to shove Face Melter to the middle. Perhaps the Bangers can. Nope, can't hold Faye. So that means that the pack will continue to be expanded, giving Bonks enough time to get out of the box. This will be another 2-minute jam. I don't know how many 2-minute jams we've had so far. It's been a lot. The scorekeeping officials up top in the AV roost are telling me, yeah, it's been a lot. Tippy toes for Bonks and 4 more points for the Kilmores. Yes, Chef does put up 4 points, ending the Bangers scoring drought. Yes, Chef and Nymphadora Bonk, or just Bonks, it's not the other one anymore. Bonks picking up 4 more points after nearly putting their skate through some plate glass windows, which again, we would be in big trouble for running into. And that's it. That's going to be jam number 12, and that's going to be our intermission for the second game of bout number 3 of season 20 of North Star Roller Derby. Shout out to track maintenance. It looks like we got some errant tape that will be very quickly solved by our stalwart volunteer track maintenance folks. Who doggies? We've got 9 minutes and 26 seconds until the very final half of the bouts for this evening. Join us, won't you, as you've been joining us the entire evening, I presume. for some more red hot roller derby action. My name is Owen Money, and I will not see you. You won't see me either. You'll hear me, and I will see you participating in our stream on YouTube in about 9 minutes. Thanks, everyone.
All right, friends. How many of you out there purchased those squishy little stars? Now is your opportunity to come to the outside track line. Hey, Gnarly.
Gnarly designated the line.
Where's your stars? Your okay. Rule number 1: hold on to your star.
Don't drop the star, it's fragile.
Okay. There's more people. I don't want to get hit. They're squishy. Anybody else? Anybody else out there with a star?
Rosie up here, buddy.
Now's your chance. Last chance. If you've got one, now's the time. Are they still selling them? Is this what's going on?
Probably like this fish out of 5 pounds.
I do have a fish on.
Yeah, it's just like,
All
I
right.
can still barely get the
yep,
track in.
yep. That's why TV stations are multiple.
I want multiple cameras.
Because Gnarly is feeling
You would need
generous.
somebody just on camera duty, I would imagine, right?
We're going to do 2 separate rounds.
Which is as high as Gnarly can count with no fingers.
2 things.
As a source for the video
And each, the person, the star closest for each round wins.
But Luce, where are they aiming?
So do you see this yellow hat in the middle?
This yellow safety helmet?
This yellow safety helmet, which was given specifically to me, so I don't get hit in the head with a golf ball. Okay, now we've swapped, right? So everybody is a number 2. Everybody's a number 2 now. Okay. Gnarly, do you want to count down again? Technically count up, because it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then you throw. Okay. 1, 2, 3, toss! Good. Oh.
This one's closer.
What? Are we?
By inches. By inches. This one does just get closer. Number 34.
All right. Congratulations.
By about Gnarly's toes.
Does Gnarly have toes?
By about a portion of Gnarly's boot. Thank you so much for participating with this. For the winners, congratulations. Enjoy your signed calendars.
Has everyone voted for the platinum player for this bout? Get your phones out.
Have you made sure that your vote has a very, very silly reasoning behind as to why you're voting for it?
Hi friends, are you going to vote for the platinum player? Thank you. The last time I announced roller derby, I got hit in the head with a golf ball. Hi, you got your phone. Are you going to vote? This is the least passive aggressive I will ever be. Listen, if you know me, I'm not passive aggressive. Look, you've got 2 phones.
You can vote twice.
Is anybody back there? Everybody voting? I see you've got a phone. You've got a phone. Did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote?
Luce, I think you're waiting for your Kilmores over here. They have a sign rooting for you.
Listen, just because I travel with my own entourage doesn't mean they always get special treatment.
Since when?
Since about 7 seconds ago, when I was moving in this direction and she made me stop. Did you vote? Did everybody vote? Where's your phone? Look, you got a phone. For this second bout? Oh, you thought you were going to pull a fast one by saying, I already voted. But it was for the first bout. That's right, friends. It is 2 bouts, 2 different sets of platinum players. I'm walking.
You thought I wasn't going to be here by the first whistle of the second half of the second game of the third bout of season 20 for roller derby, for North Star Roller Derby. And you were wrong. I'm here. There's a lot of eyeballs on the track right now. It looks like they're trying to track down some kind of track maintenance emergency. Oh, we've got Deja Bruce holding something Italian style in her hand. Perhaps the disruptive object has been found. Perhaps it was a contact lens. Perhaps it was a ball bearing. Maybe a very large resilient insect. No one knows. Expert photographer Tim Knox has picked something off of the bottom of his shoe and given it to one of our lovely track maintenance volunteers. Shout out track maintenance. The time to Derby has elapsed, so we will find out when everybody else wants to participate. Scoreboard clearly eager for more action. You too can join us here at the Quincy Hall in historic Northeast Minneapolis. Our final bout of season 20 will be on the 27th of March. That's right, just 3 weeks away. Skaters have just enough time to regroup, find a baby or pet sitter before getting back onto the track. Delta's trying to defend their crown against their challengers, who for the moment are the Kilmores. We got a "This Is Not Your Whistle." Jambi is being called off of the track for the Kilmores. We're not sure why. There's nobody in the box for the Kilmores. Five seconds. Just in the nick of time is Red Panda showing up as the fourth blocker for the Kilmores. There's a bit of a confusion there. Patty and Nor able to juke to the outside and pick up lead jammer for the Bangers. Good sign for the Bangers for the second half of the bout. Or the game. I keep using those interchangeably. I do apologize. Miss Nar approaching the back of the pack. Attempting to get through Buzzkill, Katarina Hit, and Red Panda. Meanwhile, Deja Bruise is out for not lead jammer status. Patty bracing herself to call it and does. 2 points for the Bangers. Kilmore's held scoreless. Crescent Wench for the Bangers coming up against Karma for the Kilmores. All right, how about this? Cheeseburger's nickname, Chibi. Did I say that earlier? Pretty sure I did. I'm delusional enough to believe myself. Anyways. Crescent Wench trying to go through Vincent Slam Go for some offense. A Girl Has No Name, the last hope for the Bangers. Not able to stay in the blocking range, and out goes Carmageddon for a very quick lead jammer status for the Kilmores. We've got a track cut penalty against, drum roll please, that'll be Crescent Wench. Power jam for the Kilmores. Carmageddon taking a spill but staying in bounds so she can just pop right back up and get back to business. Trying to get through A Girl Has No Name and Vincent Slam Go. Out of play was called, then they have to release Karma for 4 more points. Shout out to local small businesses. Carmageddon getting some expert offense from Red Panda, Chibi, and nope, it's just those two. Picks up more points for the Kilmores, 4 more to be exact. Crescent Wench with some fast feet on the inside of the track, picks up not lead jammer status finally for the Bangers. Karma being told to call it she does. Bangers held scoreless, and for her efforts, Karma will pick up an additional point for that last jam, so that'll be a 9-point jam for Karma. Scarlet Express trying to put some more points on the board for the Bangers. Eternal Jam Nation for the Kilmores. Bangers taking the front of the pack, trying to suss out whatever strategy they can. A lot of shoving there from Scarlett. We have a multiplayer block there being called on Scarlett Raven, holding her hands behind her as she approaches the box of a sign of penance. Out goes Jambi for a lead jammer for the Kilmores. Scarlet Express taking the star off, but the pivot is behind her. TKO and the rest of the banger blockers trying to keep Jambi from moving much further. Twinkly toes from Scarlet Express means that, that'll be a blocking out of play penalty assessed to Salty, which means that Scarlet Express is able to continue on her way. And continue she does. Scarlet Raven returning to the pack as Jambi calls it off. Slay Station 2 giggling at how many points they were supposed to be awarding. It appears to be nothing. So that'll be 4 for the Kilmores. Bangers scoreless. 17-83, the Kilmores on top. First time jammer for this evening at least is Katarina Hit for the Kilmores against Patty Nar for the Bangers. Katarina waiting for Patty Nar to be engaged by the triangle of Kilmores before picking her way through the Bangers herself for lead jammer. We got a multiplayer block being called on Deja Brews. Coming in at speed was Katarina Hit. And staying in bounds at the same time, going back and forth, inside to outside, picking up 4 points. 4 points also awarded for Patty Nar and the Bangers. Katarina once again approaching at speed. Have an official review being, not an official review, an official timeout, which is a timeout being called by the officials on behalf of the officials. We will find out what that's about at some point. Here come more sponsor reads. Kim Monahan is your Northwestern Mutual Financial Advisor who believes that everyone deserves a financial plan. Please get in touch with Kim Monahan by visiting one of our bouts. She always has a table out here, or Googling Kim Monahan, Monaghan, Northwestern Mutual Financial Advisor. Thanks to Kim Monahan for your extended and sustained support. Shout out to a bar of their own. We have not had any Apex jumps yet. You know, knock on wood, I'm sure it's happened. But that is our Apex Jump sponsor, a local sports bar showing only women's sports. They're committed to creating an inclusive, welcoming environment that uplifts female athletes. Find them on East Franklin Avenue in South Minneapolis. Well, Middle Minneapolis. Middle-eapolis? That's not a thing. Don't quote me. Don't turn that into a thing. Middle-eapolis is... I'm moving on. Weezus Christ is going to be the jammer for the Kilmores. Crescent Wench for the Bangers. Crescent Wench attempting to get around Sasbury, Buzzkill, and Chibi. That's Cheeseburger. That'll be a track cut by Crescent Wench, brought to you by the wily veteran Sasbury, able to identify when somebody has gone out of bounds and was not yet in front of them. Weezus Christ trying to get around Aria, a.k.a. A Girl Has No Name, Rude Barb, and Vincent Slam Go, and fostered skater Oxford Trauma. Solid defense, but we do have two penalties being called. That's a double penalty being called for a blocking out of play. Filling up the blocker section of the penalty box, leaving the Bangers with only Rude Barb and Vincent Slam Go as blockers. It looked like Weezus stepped on that line, and Weezus is going to go to the box. So Weezus and Vincent having a great blocker timeout there. Meanwhile, Crescent Wench has been sprung from the box, trying to get around for their first pass. Sliding just short of those very expensive plate glass windows is Crescent Wench, and able to get back in bounds. And a little hop back to the inside. Picks up that ever important not lead jammer status. Meanwhile, Weezus Christ is now standing in the box, so it's only a few seconds before they are released, and they are now released. Sasbury lining up for some offense in the back. Meanwhile, Crescent Wench trying to get through Deja Bruise, Cheeseburger, and Buzzkill. We've got a penalty being called. There's a high block being called on Crescent Wench. So Crescent Wench going back to the box. Means Weezus Christ has exactly that much time. Got 4 points, though. 4 more points for the Kilmores. 88 for the Kilmores, 21 for the Bangers. Approaching the 12.5-minute mark. The all-important 12.5-minute mark, I guess. I don't know. First-time jammer for the evening at least. Salty Mod for the Kilmores. Starting on a Kilmore power jam. Crescent Wench stuck in the box. The Bangers trying to avoid that conga line inside offense from the Kilmores. Able to fight her way through. Salty picks up lead jammer for the Kilmores. Here she comes trying to score some points. Offense from Red Panda. She gets hung up on Scarlet Raven for just a moment. Scarlet Raven not quite able to hit her out of bounds on the outside. 4 more points for Salty Mod and the Kilmores. Crescent Wench has been released from the box. Able to stay on their feet on the inside apex. I'm going to call that an apex jump so that we can talk more about a bar of their own. Shout out a bar of their own for providing just a really awesome experience for those of us who enjoy women's sports. It's muscle memory, I apologize. Bonks is going to be skating for the Kilmores. El Dente for the Bangers as jammers. El Dente able to pick her way through real quick like. That'll be maybe just south of El Dente for you pasta people out there. Trying to pick up some points for the Bangers. A very, very fast jammers and pack at this point. El Dente being told to call it, doesn't hear the cries of the bench staff. And El Dente trying to go through Katarina Hitt. Katarina Hitt dragging her all the way to the inside out of bounds. And then Katarina Hitt then knocking her out of bounds on the outside. Bonk scooting all the way through on the inside, able to pick up 1 point on that final pass. El Dente putting 2 up on the board for the Bangers. Don't forget to vote for your Platinum Player of the Game. You will see the QR codes in the top right-hand side of your screen. Please scan it and vote for stuff. Add some embarrassing comments for our announcers to read in-house. I will tell you about them, I promise. Buzzkill trying to get her way through the Bangers pack for the Kilmores. Scooting back to the inside and picking up lead jammer. Meanwhile, Scarlet Express trying to get around Deja Bruise, Weezus Christ, and Sasbury. Scarlet Express will be held scoreless while the Kilmores call it off. 1 point for the Kilmores. Kilmores have lined up. The Bangers are still in their... Yep, they're going to call a timeout. You can kind of see it coming after a while. but definitely right there. Just under 9 minutes left in the final half of our bout this evening. Each team plays a game against another team. The bout is the whole night, I think. If you have thoughts about that, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thanks for joining us here, everybody, on youtube.com/@North Star Roller Derby. Love to have you. Please consider buying a ticket for our final bout of the 20th season. It's been 20 years of North Star Roller Derby. 20 years of DIY, scrappy, tooth and nail, grassroots roller derby. Love to see it. Valhalla insisting that that's not our whistle, and I guess we have to go along with whatever she says. Timeout has elapsed, and we will proceed with the next jam. Got a couple of jam refs looking at the ceiling. I don't know why. Our scoreboard is still live. It's still an official timeout. Oh, we've got some. Oh, there's something coming in from the ceiling, apparently. It is a rainy day here in Minneapolis. Spring is approaching. I'm not going to say it has sprung yet, because I've lived in the Midwest my whole life, and far be it from me to predict weather patterns. Yeah, we got some rags out. Oh, I never spent this much time looking at the ceiling here. It's kind of like a curved barn effect. Again, I'm from the Midwest. I love a barn. What can I say? The mopping appears to have been mopped, and we're going to proceed with the festivities this evening. A Girl Has No Name jamming for the Bangers against Karma for the Kilmores. Karma trying to shove through Flirty Fly, Yes Chef, Scarlet Raven, and TKO. This will be a direction of play penalty being called on Eternal Jam Nation. Red Panda running A Girl Has No Name all the way back behind the jam line before rejoining. Oh, there's a star, almost a star pass. The star is in hand for Aria. Getting knocked to the ground by Salty Mod. Big hit from Panda on TKO there. Salty winding up and being sustained there by A Girl Has No Name. Oh, in the meanwhile, Carmageddon has come out with a lead jammer announcement. She is lead jammer. Approaching the back of the pack is Karma. Red Panda drew A Girl Has No Name all the way back. Was awaiting her return. Track cut penalty being called on. Okay, so Yes Chef committed a track cut penalty after accepting a star pass, which means that the Kilmores are going to start on a power jam because the Bangers jammer is in the box. So that means that the Bangers cannot field a jammer, but they can field a pivot. Some variety of timeout has been called. This is not your whistle. You heard it. Of course you heard it. Face Melter, the lone jammer on the track for now. Yes Chef about to be sprung in approximately 30 seconds. Face Smelter eyeing up Oxford Trauma. Oxford Trauma able to maintain blocking position until Face Smelter able to evade the rest of the Kilmore blockers. Face Smelter coming around in quick order, attempting to pile up some more points for the Kilmores. Healthy lead, nearly 100 points. Yes, Chef has been released from the box. Oxford Trauma hitting Face Smelter to the infield and dragging her all the way back behind everybody. Rude Barb trying to direct some traffic. Oxford Trauma once again with a knockout. Called it off for 3 points. It's a Face Smelter. So 118 for the Kilmores, 26 for the Bangers. 6 minutes and 14 seconds left